If you're looking for a flashlight that can throw a beam of light a really long distance, that's really compact and easy to carry, the ThruNite Catapult Mini is definitely worth considering. This pocket-sized thrower has a max beam distance of 598 meters and has some really interesting features, and if you want to learn more about this light, you can find the specs listed in the description below. This is the Catapult Mini, and here we have the metal gray version, but you can also pick up the Catapult Mini in black. The light is 3.19 inches long and has a 1.59-inch diameter at the head and weighs 115.4 grams or 4.7 ounces including the battery. The body is made from aluminum T6061T6 with a premium Type 3 hard anodized finish, and there's plenty of knurling around the body, which makes it really comfortable to hold. The Catapult Mini has a smooth bezel and a toughened ultra-clear glass lens with an anti-reflective coating. It has a PMMA TIR reflector and features an OSRAM KW-CS-LN-M1 TG LED, which combine for excellent long-distance throwing capabilities. This light has an IPX8 waterproof rating, which means that it can safely operate while submerged, and it also has an impact rating of 1.5 meters, which is also good for a light this size. The Catapult Mini is powered by a single 1100 mAh 3.7 volt 18350 battery, which is included in the package. There's a rubber cover on the body which houses a USB-C input, which you can use to charge the battery. The light will glow red when it's charging and blue when it's fully charged, and the light can be operated when it's plugged in. The UI is really easy to get the hang of, and you can turn the light on and off by pressing the button. When the light is on, you can cycle through low, medium, and high by holding the side switch. To access turbo from any mode, all you have to do is double-click the side button, and then you can double-click to go back to the previous mode. A triple click will access this light's special mode, which you can single-click to cycle through a beacon, SOS, and strobe mode. This light also has a lockout function and a memory function, which will turn on the last mode accessed, except for special modes. The Catapult Mini has an incredibly long throwing turbo mode, which has a max output of 680 lumens and an 89,600 candela, and it has a max throw distance of 598 meters, or approximately 1,961 feet or 0.37 miles. As you can see, the hotspot is very tight and focused, and the spill is barely noticeable at distance. When you consider just how small the light is, the performance is even more impressive. Even with plenty of ambient lighting, the beam still stands out and can be useful for identifying objects and pointing things out at a distance. This is the high mode, which has a 235 lumen output and a max runtime of 80 minutes. The Catapult Mini stays much cooler on this mode and is better suited for continuous use compared to turbo, and is the right mode to use if you want a good blend of output and runtime. The throw is still very impressive and well suited for outdoor long distance use. Next we have the medium mode, which has an output of 96 lumens and a max runtime of 4 hours. This mode is good for mid-range outdoor use and is still very effective for spotting things at a distance. Here we have the low mode, which has a 21 lumen output and a max runtime of 12 hours. This would be good for illuminating up-close objects and walking in the dark. This mode is also more discreet than some of the brighter modes and would be good to use if you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself. For up-close use, the Catapult Mini provides an ultra-low 0.5 lumen Firefly mode, which has a max runtime of 106 hours, which is about 4.5 days, and is a good mode to use if preserving battery life is your main priority. This mode is well suited for reading a book or looking at a map or some other up-close task. Here's a look at this light's special modes. This is the strobe mode, which delivers a super bright and fast flash with a 680 lumens output, and it would be well suited for self-defense. This is the beacon mode, which has a lower output and flashes about once a second. And finally, the SOS mode, which is useful for emergencies and signaling for help when you need it. Now we're going to cycle upwards through the low, medium, high, and turbo modes to give you an idea of how the different output levels compare. The close overhead power lines are at about 40 meters away, and the pair in the distance are at about 200 meters away. This is the low 21 lumens mode, and even though it's somewhat faint on camera, you can still easily see the light bouncing off of the base of the power lines at 40 meters. Now we're going to jump up to the 96 lumens medium mode, and as you can see, it's significantly brighter than the previous mode, and the hot spot is visible at a greater distance. You can see the light reflecting off the base of the power lines at 200 meters. Here we have the 235 lumen high mode, which is much brighter than the medium mode, and the visible area at distance also increases. Finally, we have the 680 lumen turbo mode, which provides a significant jump in output, and we can see a lot more detail at the 200 meter mark and beyond to the tree line that's at about 300 meters away. The Catapult Mini is an incredible thrower in a really compact package. Despite its size, it really excels at long distance use, and the variety of output modes make it well suited for many different circumstances. The shape of the light is really unique, and for its size, you're really going to have a tough time finding a light that can throw like this one. If you want to learn more about this light, you can find a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more flashlight reviews like this one.